cannot believe how well this is working out. I cannot ridiculously believe how well it's working out. And it's only 6 months old. I mean, where's it going to be in a year's time? Where's it going to be in 4 years' time, 5 years' time?
It's shocking to think that it's such a young project, actually. It doesn't have, you don't interact with it. It seems very smooth and very efficient for something that's only been up and running for 6 months.
Yeah, they've done an incredible job. And I'm like, given the gains that I've made and other people have made in 6 months, where will it be in 2 years, in a year? Apollo have produced the ultimate hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency assets, probably the most secure hardware wallet going. Use my affiliate link and the code for a discount.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. Would you like to go to the moon with a particular cryptocurrency, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video? Now, if you have a look here, this is the chart for this cryptocurrency. It listed in CoinGecko at the end of June at $4.61, but it actually had a zero price. Zero price. It was just airdropped to people. And the price currently at time of recording is $10.54. Oh my God. And it's going to go even higher. Okay, this is my Token Metrics account. And one of the things that Token Metrics do is they give the major cryptocurrencies, working all the way down through CoinMarketCap, they give them ratings. They rate them for their technology, for their team, for their use case, viability. And this particular coin that I'm going to be talking about has got a rating of 89.77. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th highest graded token. It's actually a token, not a coin, on Token Metrics. Now, I have an affiliate link in the description below. You can try it out for a few dollars for a week and then use their analysis and their information to inform your trading and your investing. Because the other thing that you might be interested in is this. They do regular tech reviews, and they've recently done a tech review for this particular token that I'm going to be talking about. They do them regularly about other cryptocurrency projects that you may also be interested in. Now, I am today joined by a very, very dear friend of mine who goes by the name of Crypto Liz. That is her real name in real life. And I introduced Liz to cryptocurrencies. Well, she was already doing it, but I introduced her to this particular token a few months ago, and it's worked out very, very well. And I was going to do a video about this particular token, give you some updates on it. And I thought, I would much rather just have a conversation with somebody. So Liz, thank you so much for making yourself available. Did you have some questions about Token Metrics?
I have not come across Token Metrics before, so I was very fascinated when you a few moments ago brought up a report. And my question is, do they offer reports on all the different cryptos and tokens available?
They do eventually. I mean, there's over 9,000 listed on CoinGecko, right? So they started off with Bitcoin and then Ethereum and then moving down by market cap weighting. So I don't know if they'll get through all 9,000 because many of them are dead projects that are just going to go nowhere. But they did do one on this token recently, plus another one that's part of the same ecosystem, which I found very, very informative. But also the other thing, if you can see here, they give the outlook, and the outlook for this one is bullish. Now, why would it be bullish? What is this crypto about? I know you've been investing in it since June, July maybe?
August.
About August, right? And how's it been going for you?
I would say I've 10x'd my investment since then, which is the best thing I've ever done. So wow. I'm constantly checking my little app and saying, this can't be right.
This can't be right. This can't be right. It isn't right. So you've 10x your investment, and I've had similar results. And that's just by compounding the rewards that I'm getting, There's no affiliate link or anything like that. I've not bought any. You don't have to buy anymore. It's just by compounding. And this cryptocurrency, and then I'm also going to tell you about its sister token, which I haven't told people about, my friends and family about until very recently, although I got it in end of June, beginning of July. I'm also going to say a little bit about that. But both of them are very, very bullish. And I think have very, very good prospects. Well, at least this one does as well. The other one just baffles the hell out of me. Now, if you want to find out about that one, and you want to be privy to the whole conversation, you're going to have to come over to my new YouTube channel, Crypto Rich BTC, or you can watch the rest of this video on the censorship resistant platforms, Odyssey, 3Speak, and BitTube Top TV. And this is because this main channel, my main YouTube channel, is being shadow banned like crazy, and it's just not viable for me to post on my main channel. So please do come and subscribe, comment, like, join me on my other platforms. So the two tokens that we're going to talk about in this video, one I've talked about quite a bit, which is Osmo, which is the governance token for Osmosis.zone, which is a fabulous, fabulous decentralized exchange for the Cosmos ecosystem. And the other one is Ion. Ion is its sister coin. And Ion is very, very funny because Ion also launched end of June at a price of $2,266. It was airdropped to a few people. I didn't get any, but I bought a little bit of Ion then. It's now over $22,000 at the time of recording this video. Now, here's the really funny thing about Ion. When I bought it, Liz, it didn't have a use case. And it still doesn't have a use case. I don't know what it does, right? And feel free to interrupt me and ask questions about it. It has a very low supply. Its supply is going to be no more than 21,294. Currently, that may change in the future because they've just had a proposal passed to create a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, which is going to discuss, well, what should we do with this governance token?
Okay, so it's a coin looking for a job, basically.
Yeah, and to be accurate, it's a token, not a coin. Coins have their own blockchain. And Ion and all the others, they run on the Cosmos ecosystem and are tokens. Just to be a little
so they use the Cosmos blockchain?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Let me show you this. So how Ethereum works is you have applications built on top of Ethereum. And they run on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah.
Cosmos has a different technology. Each of these projects that are currently live using Cosmos's protocol and the IBC, the inter-blockchain communication protocol, they don't rest on top of each other. They're all independent blockchains.
Okay.
But they're able to communicate with each other. So if you were to follow these lines, you'd see Swift Chain deals directly with Juno, which deals directly with Sentinel, which can connect directly with eMoney, which can connect directly with Terra. So they're all interconnected that way. Stargaze is a new one. And that's going to build connections to some of the others. It's already got connections to Juno. Now, most of these, if not all of them, are listed on Osmo. And if they're not listed on Osmosis, they will be listed on Osmosis. Now, these are the projects that are live. But get this.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
These are the projects that are in testnet. They're testing it out. They're building their applications. And these are the projects that will be live on Osmosis at some point.
My question is, what is so attractive about this ecosystem then? Why are people, or is that the truth for every ecosystem? If we did the same thing on the different ones, would we see an equally huge number of projects under discussion or being built?
I don't know about Polkadot or Solana or Cardano. I have heard, and I don't know how accurate it is that the Cosmos ecosystem is growing very, very fast and is larger than Cardano's and Solana's, possibly even Binance Smart Chains. It's not larger than Ethereum's. And that's because Ethereum's been around since, having applications since at least 2017, if not before. So Ethereum's massive.
Yeah.
The advantage, well, you tell me, because you have Osmo.
Yes.
You've used the Osmosis Zone DEX.
Yeah.
What's your experience of using Osmosis?
I find it incredibly straightforward, intuitive. I like the graphics. It's fun, but it works really smoothly. It's the smoothest of the different, decentralized exchanges that I've used.
And which ones have you used?
Uniswap, SushiSwap. Those are the main two. But
right.
there's an ease and an intuitive way. You can pretty much fumble your way through it, and believe me, I do fumble my way through it. And if I get really stuck, I send you a message. But it's does what it says on the tin, and it's not difficult to use at all, even for someone non-techie person like myself. Yeah.
It is, it's the same. I've used Uniswap and PancakeSwap and perhaps some other dexes, and this one is just so well designed. It's so smooth. Zero transaction fees.
I know that.
Zero transaction fees to interact with the exchange for slow or average speed transactions. High speed, you pay a teeny weeny bit of Osmo. And I have some really, really good news about this. It's going to get even better because one of the things that Osmo has, I was looking at the governance, they have, let me have a look exactly. So I've represented Acne. They have a reserve of tokens.
So what does that mean? They're holding some back.
This chart shows the distribution of the tokens. This is the airdrop that they did. So I got Osmo because I bought Atom on a whim. I just qualified for some Osmo. And then I started having a look. I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then I've been compounding. But they've got 50 million Osmo tokens in the strategic reserve. Now, 50 million Osmo tokens at $10 each, that's a hell of a lot of money that can be used for development. That can be used for onboarding more applications and supporting the growth of this DEX. So, there are things that I can see that I think, oh, I'd like this, I'd like that. I want improvements, like making this pool interface more user-friendly. Perhaps they'll do that. I don't know. They talk about rewarding validators that you stake your tokens to, that you delegate your tokens to. So there's lots and lots coming down the pipeline. So if you imagine this doubling, we had to double the number of projects. So we got 27 projects currently, and it goes up to 54. I mean, what's that going to do to the demand for the Osmo token?
What is that going to do for the demand of the token? Because if there's more projects, you're just saying they're going to need to make more transactions, therefore more tokens means it's going to be faster and smoother to do that. Is that the thinking? The mechanics?
You're going to have more and more projects using the Osmosis.zone DEX. You're going to have more and more projects using the DEX. You're going to have more and more projects putting their tokens into the pools, pairing it with Osmo. You're going to have more and more people buying into those tokens. And the easiest way to do it is by getting Osmo. Well, that's actually, you can do it pretty easily with any of the tokens, right? But Osmo is a very, very easy way of if you want to go and get yourself some regen, get some Osmo or some Atom. If you want to, currently I've got a liquidity pool with Chihuahua, and Osmo. And that's paying, about a 900% APR because they're offering bonus tokens to people who add to the liquidity pool as an incentive. So then if I want to put a load of Huahua in that pool, I have to match it with a load of Osmo. So then I put a load of Osmo in the pool, but it means I have to go to the market to get the Osmo.
Right.
So when demand goes up, because there are more and more pools being created as more and more projects start using this DEX, against a diminishing supply of Osmo, well, that puts an upward pressure on Osmo.
Okay, cool.
Because price is a function of demand and supply. So you have diminishing supply, increasing demand. And then there's even more, which is even more exciting about Osmo, which is that they have a thirdening. Now, do you understand what a thirdening is?
It's like a halving, but into 3 instead of 2, yes?
Yeah.
A third of the supply is released rather than half.
That's right. So every June, the emission rate reduces by a third. So there's a total supply of 1 billion tokens that will ever be in existence for Osmo. And currently in the first year, I think they're going to release 300 million. And then it's going to reduce by a third to 200 million. And then it's going to reduce, where does it say it? Here we go.
Right.
The thirdening schedule works as follows. In the first year, there'll be a total of 300 million tokens released. After 365 days, this will be cut by a third. Thus, there will be a total of 200 million tokens released in year 2. In year 3, there'll be a total of 133 million tokens released, and so on. This thirdening process will allow Osmo to reach an asymptotic maximum supply of 1 billion. Now, what that means, asymptotic, it'll never actually reach 1 billion because it's always going down by a third, but it'll get closer and closer and closer and closer. At least that's how I understand it.
Okay.
So then as of June next year, the new supply of Osmo is going to go down by a third. And you've got increasing demand.
More projects wanting to use it.
More projects coming on. And each of these projects, what I've noticed is that whenever a new project comes on, then what happens is they give incentives to incentivize people to put their cryptos in the pools.
Mhm.
because you need the liquidity pools for there to be trading on this DEX. And then you know how they get these, how a lot of these projects get launched.
Airdrops.
Airdrops, that's right. That's right. Which airdrops have you claimed so far?
I've got some Chihuahua dog. I've got Comdex, Desmos, Bitsong. There might be another one that I've forgotten, but that's all in a very, very recent time. So because I'm fairly recently new investor, I missed out on a lot in the past, but they've come thick and fast in the last couple of months, and that's just incredible. Just have a gift, and some of them are doing really well.
And there will be more. There will be more, Liz. You haven't mentioned Loom Network. Did you qualify for that?
Oh yes, that was the one I forgot. Yeah.
And Juno Chain. Did you get any Juno Chain?
Oh, Juno. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. All happening.
That's right. And how much did you pay for these airdrops?
Nothing. Zero.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's free money, isn't it? It's amazing.
It is free money. It is free money. Some of those airdrops I am keeping. I've got a particular attention on Comdex, Juno Chain. These are the airdrops, by the way. Comdex, Juno Chain, and Osmo and Ion. And currently Chihuahua as well, because it's paying such high APR, and it's a useless meme coin, but it has a dog on it. Now these are where is it? I'm going to show you. One of the things that CoinGecko allows you to do is it groups the coins and tokens by ecosystem. So these are the Cosmos ecosystem coins and tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these Thorchain isn't on Osmosis yet, and I don't know if it will be, but fingers crossed. Oasis Network, Cadena. Secret is now in the top 100, and I've been in that for about a couple of years now, so that's worked out well. But as these get added to Osmosis, should they get added to Osmosis, then the value of Osmo will go up. And then I've been looking at comparing Osmo to Uniswap. Uniswap has a total supply of 1 billion tokens, which is the same as Osmo's total supply.
Mm-hmm.
It has a circulating supply of 452,000, but Osmo's circulating supply is 272,000.
Uh-huh.
So it has much less. And then Uniswap is currently $16.75, Osmo's $10.40, with a lower active supply right now. So I actually think it's quite possible for Osmo to be worth more than Uniswap, and possibly also Cake, because Cake has an infinite supply, but it's doing very, very well. And then do you know about superfluid staking?
Not at all. No.
So what superfluid staking is? Now, I don't know. I can either have my Osmo tokens in my Kepler wallet, and I can get staking rewards from them, or I can have them in a liquidity pool, and then I'll get the rewards from the liquidity pool. Now, the rewards from the liquidity pool can be a whole lot higher, but the risk is greater.
Yeah.
What superfluid staking will allow for is that I can get rewards from staking and from liquidity pool mining.
With the same token?
With the same token.
Wow.
And it gets even better.
So is that without needing to unbond either of them?
I'm not quite sure of the details. That's being worked out. But I don't know whether I got to put the tokens. I can't remember. I did cover this in a video that I posted a few weeks ago. So people should subscribe, because I do cover this project quite a lot. I'm doing very, very well with this project. You could too, especially if you tried it out and invested in after doing your own due diligence back in July when I first started covering it. I don't know whether you got to put them in a liquidity pool and then it creates a derivative token that you can then stake. Or if you put the tokens in your staking wallet with Kepler, and then it creates a derivative token that goes into a liquidity pool. I'm not quite sure which way it works, but it's something like that.
So does that mean you get rewards from both at the same time?
Yes. It's ridiculous.
That's amazing.
It's completely ridiculous. But that's not all. There's something that Cosmos is launching for Atom. So Atom is the coin for Cosmos. And I think it's going to be at some point this year. And what that is interchain staking. So I take my DVPN and I delegate them to Consensus One.
Right.
Consensus One or Citadel One. I delegate them to Citadel One. Now, when I delegate my Atom to Citadel One, I will get rewards in Atom from delegating Atom to Citadel One. But I would also get rewards from Citadel One for all the other tokens that are delegated to Citadel One. So for staking Atom to Citadel One, I'll get some DVPN because people can stake DVPN to Citadel One. I may not get a lot. I don't know if they've released the amounts and stuff, right? But even just a little bit of this one, and 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 of this one. And if I decide not to keep any of them, well, I can transfer them, trade them in the Osmosis DEX for Osmo or something else for more atoms. So it's even more rewards.
It's quite something just keeping up with all the management of all these different incentives, quite honestly.
Yes.
It's not a bad problem to have, I have to say, but it's there's a lot going on.
There is an absolute hell of a lot going on. And in 1 week, I got I qualified for and claimed for 3 airdrops. Like I was able to claim for 3 airdrops in 1 week. And then some of those I've converted into other projects that I'm interested in and following, because I can't follow all of them, even though I'm in the space and stuff. So I do get what you said, but then I can prune them. I say, okay, this looks like a really, really great project, but am I going to do anything about it? Am I going to follow it, keep up to date? No, I am going to follow DVPN. So let me convert it to DVPN, or let me convert it to Juno Chain or Osmo. And right now, what I've started to do last few days, I should have done this before, is this is a bit of a punt. I'm not suggesting anybody does this because this may not work out. I have lost money in crypto. I'm buying a little bit more Ion.
Uh-huh.
Because Ion has done a 10x since June, and Osmo has only gone up 1.5 times. Osmo's gone from $4 to $10.60, and in that same space of time, Ion's gone from $2,200 to $22,000. And
we still don't know what it does.
And it doesn't have a use case. But it's run by the same team that are behind Osmo. So it's got access to those development funds. And the total supply is 21,294. I've already said that. Now, that may change.
Right.
It is risky because there isn't a use case. There's talk about maybe using it as a synthetic asset. Now, do you know what a synthetic asset is?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Okay. So to explain synthetic assets, might be better if I use Comdex as an example, CMDX, and I'll be doing a video about CMDX, and I've been covering them regularly anyway. So they do synthetic assets. So cryptocurrencies are incredibly volatile. They go up and down like this. They go up and down like this, like crazy, right? So I could have a lot of money here in crypto, and then because I'm a hodler, not a trader, or I missed the boat or something, it crashes, and I could get liquidated. If I am a trader, all my money is now worth pennies because it's so volatile. So you can gain a lot and you can lose a lot. Now, there are other assets like gold, silver, land, commodities that aren't so volatile, but they're boring and they have counterparty risk, because in order to buy gold, I either got to hold the gold myself, but then it's not easy for me to buy and sell. And I can't do that with oil. I can't hold barrels of oil, right, and then sell barrels of oil. So then there's a counterparty risk, which is I have to rely on brokerage houses.
Right, yes.
And then I have to use fiat.
Yes.
Plus, I don't have any training in it. And then you need to have a certain amount of money. So what Comdex does is they're democratizing the trading of commodities. And they're going to start off with gold and silver and oil.
Uh-huh.
And in their platform, which they're going to launch at the end of January, you can test it out. You create synthetics. So I deposit Atom, Persistence, and CMDX into their smart contract. And then I get to create synthetic assets, i.e., cryptocurrencies, tokens that trade the price of gold, silver, and oil.
Right.
And then I don't need millions of pounds or dollars to access that trade. And it tracks the price of those. and then I can cash in and cash out. So I get to it's a cryptocurrency type of derivative. So that's a synthetic asset.
Well,
But
it's
there's
like
no
a stable coin, but it's pegged to a physical asset rather than the dollar or
yeah,
the
and it's
currency.
not a stable coin
Right.
because the price will fluctuate according to.
Right.
But it is a derivative. It's pegged to the price of gold, silver, or oil, and and then what that gives me is a hedge. So when Bitcoin's doing this, I've got these synthetic assets. I've got C gold or C silver, Comdex silver, or C oil, which isn't so volatile.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a hedge. And what successful investors do, high net worth individuals do, is they're interested in not losing capital, in not getting wrecked.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people getting wrecked in crypto.
Yeah.
So it's always good to hedge. So do check out Comdex.one and subscribe to my channel because I'll cover it more and more, and check it out.
Right. So is your belief that the ION token may be used in a similar way then?
Yes. And I mean, the thing is, they're creating a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, which will allow people to vote on which way it's going to go. And then that will get locked into the contract, into the smart contract. Mm-hmm. So it could go anyway because people can change their minds. Currently, the stuff I've read about it, and this is a few months old, is they're talking about synthetic assets, but synthetic assets of cryptocurrencies.
Right.
So trading in a way that the token Synthetics does, which I know very little about, or make a DAO, but it tracks the price of other cryptocurrencies, and you can trade in those, which would be really great because it'd be great to do that in Osmosis.
Osmosis with ease of use.
Yeah, ease of use, fast transactions, and low transaction fees. So it's very, very exciting, and it's made a bloody big difference to the quality of my life because as a social worker, I wasn't going to have a pension.
Well, I forgot to mention earlier that speed. Well, I'm really impressed by the speed of it as well. You just covered that there, but that in terms of me listing the benefits before, I didn't mention that. I'm really impressed how fast it is. It's very rare that I get a transaction that doesn't go through or that I have to wait more than seconds for, and that's not common on other platforms.
And that you don't have to pay thousands of dollars to transact with, which is what's happened to me when I wanted to sell $20,000 of one particular token, and I had to interact with a smart contract, and it's going to cost me $5,000. When I looked at it, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm not going to do this."
No, it stops you in your tracks.
Yeah, because I don't. I mean, it's okay for really, really big players. If you're dealing with millions and millions, that's nothing. But hey, that's not the case for me.
That's a big chunk, though, isn't it? 25%.
Yeah. Are you doing any LP mining in any of the pools?
Yes, I'm in 4 pools at the moment. Atom, the Mean Dog, which I've recently gone into because, as you said, there's big incentives to do so, and I think I'm in Sentinel as well. Okay,
what I'm noticing, and one way of doing this is you have your money in a pool. Mm-hmm. And then you move to the pool that pays the highest rewards. Mm-hmm. And the one that pays the highest rewards would be the new launches with the incentives.
Yeah.
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 So
I have moved a bunch out of Iris to go into Huahua, and then we'll see at the end of the 6-month period how that's doing. I may move it to somewhere else then.
Right. So Juno, Osmo, 87 epochs. One epoch is 1 day. So 87 days. I don't know why they don't say days. But I am doing with Huahua and a couple of others. But I'm reducing the number of pools I've got because I'm like, God, I can't keep up. And apparently the Stars Osmo pool was paying out 1,800% at the beginning. Wow. But as more people move in,
it changes a lot, doesn't it? Yeah.
The percentage goes down because the amount that they have to share goes down. So Huahua are sharing out 5 billion of their tokens over 6 months. Oh, crypto is so silly. It's so fabulously silly and liberating as well. Crypto Liz, thank you so much for making yourself available. I know you did this at short notice. I promise I will keep you updated about what's going on with this. And for anybody who's watching, I will keep you updated as well. But there is so much happening. So much happening. Make sure you check it out for yourself. Go join the Osmo Telegram group. Comments or questions, put them in the description below. Come over to my new YouTube channel. Well, actually, it's an old YouTube channel. I've revived it. Crypto Rich BTC. Please subscribe to me there and or follow me on my my other platforms, Odyssey, 3Speak, BitTube. Follow me on Twitter and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Crypto Liz. Thank you for watching. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with Osmo profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Liz signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.